Good morning, everyone. So this is Saturday, February 22nd, a little before 11 Pacific time. And I had a great a comment left by Alexandra Bellino. And it had to do with, she wanted me to do a reading on the news that Trump was part of the KGB. I guess a guy posted on... a guy posted on X, Twitter, that he was the guy. Like years ago, he was one of the dudes that was in the KGB recruitment department, so to speak. I think the guy's name was Musayev, something like that. Musayev, yeah. So anyway. There were a couple of, Yahoo News had it up, but then they took it down, and I found this one. So I'll post, this one's by the Byline Times, and I'll post it on my, actually, I'll just put it below the video. Okay, how about that? And this is the deck I'm using. There was also, 4 years ago, a long article by The Guardian, and I'll post that below too. I'll link it below. Because I'm sure that one will stay up. But that had to do with, the fact that Trump had been an asset, a Russian asset. He was cultivated in the late, was it 87, I think? Somewhere in there. I think it was 1987, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have... Okay, hold on, where is it? I have this book, House of Trump, House of Putin by Craig Unger. But he did another one afterwards that I didn't buy, but it's available. It's called American Compromise. And that is, this one, I loved all the photos, but, maybe I'll order the other one and see what's in there too. But it's a well-known fact. I learned about it from watching videos on YouTube in 2015 about, actually there were videos that came from, one was a Dutch website, and I think all over, Netherlands, just all over the Netherlands, tons of information about Trump's Russian ties. He was, what they call recruited, cultivated, something like that, if I remember. But anyway, this dude, this Musayev or whatever, I guess he posted on Facebook on February 20th. So if you guys are on Facebook, you can look there too. Hopefully it's still there. Then again, too, I don't know if it's going to be in English. So apparently Trump's code name was Krasnov, or Krasnov would probably be the better way they'd pronounce it. So anyway, here's my question to the cards, and you can see the deck I'm using. I want to know if, because this is obviously information that's recirculating again. This is not news to any of us readers. So I want to know, will enough MAGAs get this info, and enough of them to change Trump's popularity? So I'm gonna do as big as a spread as I need to, like up to 27 cards. But I'll get all the information because I have a few questions. I want to know what will be the effect of this coming out in the news again. Will there be any legal ramifications? He does have immunity from SCOTUS, but will they get this information? It's been out. You would think they've already had it, but would it be recirculated? Maybe, I'm thinking it's possible, just using my logical mind, but I'm not positive. It's possible that enough, okay, this could be the key that opens the door to something else. Oh, yeah, and shatters Trump's reality. So, but anyway, my logical brain tells me that if the information's out there in a big way and enough people, that's why I'm asking about it, would the MAGAs change? their mind about Trump, and that would bring so many of us together that maybe SCOTUS would flip around. I mean, they don't have there are so-called ethics, but none of them are none of the ethics on SCOTUS are enforced. So there's just so many new laws that need to be created, and I don't know why they weren't before. So there's my mental rant. I think the cards are probably mixed up enough. Let me settle in, let go of my mind for a minute while I get the cards to line up and ask for, my intention is to get see the process with the cards, show the process of how this may or may not affect Trump. Trump and his popularity, Trump and his legal issues, Trump and his hold in the White House, in our government. How will this affect him? And who knows if it's even still up on X. Woo! Okay. My God. That's okay. So at the heart of the matter, we have a venomous bite. We have betrayal. We have danger coming his way, enemies coming his way, major complications, toxic people, problems with his digestive tract, health in the colon area, yeah. Okay, here's our card for the news, and it's not only about it's not only about the betrayal. It has to do with, well, it's not only about his being connected to being recruited by the KGB, which nowadays would be the FSB. This would be an actual money flow. There's something on what will come out of the news about money will be coming out. It's connected to something that's been going on for a long, long time, and the alliances, the agreements, the contracts that will create a very painful loss, has sucked people. The MAGAs will feel like, okay, this is over, this is it. This is a painful loss, but enough of them, I think, are going to get the whole whatever. Wow. This has been always in this deck. This is my Putin card because it's somebody's short, round face. Entanglements I'm getting with this card because of all the, the yarn. But in the entanglement of Russia and all the oligarchs. Wow, this is my legal card. The Tower in the Lennies has a very different meaning than in the tarot, just in case this is your first time with looking at the Lenormand. But anyway, legal issues, boundaries, just seeing him at the top of a money laundering crime ring connected to Putin. The news will create a toxic atmosphere for Trump. There will be, there'll be even more obstacles in the future. Wow. Okay. We've got the storks. There we have the mirror, that broken mirror. Wow. And keep going. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Things are starting to make sense. Okay, and then here's Trump. And here's his ability to keep people attracted to him. I'll go ahead and do the whole 9 yards here, literally. 9 columns. Oh yeah. Okay. Had I kept going, he's got a duel on his hands with the public, with the actual interactions on social media and the public, major conflicts. The conflicts of interest between he and the ketamine kid, it's it's the cocaine and ketamine show, and bring your chainsaw to work day or time period with. It's like Trump is getting help to hang himself even more. So, okay, well, when it comes to all the skinny on this, how it'll play out, I feel complete with this inner circle here for a minute. But this is all about the crime ring and the betrayal, and how and when the news comes out, it will have a toxic effect. It will diminish the care for Trump because Russia's involved, and we Americans do not feel protected, right? We don't feel protected. We don't have the safety because we have what do you call it? A foreign interest hanging over an American president. I mean, these cards couldn't have lined up any better, actually. So foreign interests. It may be this spring, because spring's coming. It's right around the corner on the 20th. Also, do I have the moon in here? No, I don't. And I'll do a whole different reading on that and with some astrology. Or maybe I'll just put it in with the dailies. I'll probably do that, rather because that'll save me time. I do daily tarot and then the astrology. But we do have the eclipse coming up. It's the lunar eclipse first and the solar eclipse after. The lunar eclipse is on March 13th. Pacific time, 14th Eastern time, but so like really late left West Coast and then really early the next morning East Coast. And eclipses bring through hidden information, and they usually bring in a turning point. Now, we're already in the eclipse window because it can happen, 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. So this could be any time, and it's springtime is here, but it speeds things up. The eclipses speeds things up. Now the stork is our change of season card, though, so it might not be this spring. It may be this summer or this fall, but either way, the effect is to reveal what's really going on with Trump. I mean, here he is at the bottom, and he's got the darkness headed towards him. He's stepping towards the darkness. Yeah, subterfuge. Yeah, Alzheimer's, dementia. Yeah, his brain doesn't work right. Yes, he's super toxic. Yes, he's under the weight of the Russian oligarchs. And then Putin's coming towards him this way. I mean, we remember, the memo that Trump or that Putin ordered on Trump about, he's obligated. He had help with all the elections, and this last one he also had Starlink, of course, or also had Elon Musk. I can't really say that Starlink changed anything, but certainly got information out there. Maybe that is the way that it happened. But we were definitely hacked, that's for sure. But anyway, and just with this one particular issue about Trump being a Russian asset, it definitely will be revealed. The news will bring it out over and over. I mean, they do on MSNBC. They're always talking about it, or not always, but often, very often. But this is about the MAGAs, or the effect on Trump. So the effect on Trump is not only all the weight of the past, but also all the weight of the future, because he landed down here in the bottom row. And this isn't even a full-on grand tableau. It came right away, came through. His darkness and attachments to money and greed and power, and especially to the Russian oligarchs, will be the key, the most important thing that suddenly cuts him out of favoritism and popularity. And the MAGAs are definitely going to be talking about it, and they're going to be stressed. And it's going to, if we're just following, well, let's see. From here, we've got the news that brings in change, and it's coming down on him. From here, we have the news that reveals the betrayal and will isolate Trump. And then we have, when it comes to the MAGAs, they're going to feel like they've been sucked dry from, like a tap root, and they're going to feel like Trump is dead to them. Enough of them will. Because, and I can say that because some of them are going to just numb out and block themselves and just drink their way through this. Some of them will do that. But for the most part, enough of them will create a sudden shattering of reality, which isolates Trump even more. Now, he doesn't care. He's not going to care what anybody thinks, because the only thing he cares about is keeping his fat ass out of prison. And that's the only reason he ran for president. It was that or go to jail. Now, Judge Merchan, I don't know how it's in his Colombian accent, I wouldn't even try, but he had the wherewithal to give the 34 felony counts, they call it without prejudice, which means as soon as he's not president anymore, if he lives that long, the charges can be brought back on him. So he's looking in this direction. Here's his future. His future is to be seen as Putin's little buddy, Putin's compromised asset, and the selfishness of Trump just wanting to be in a high place, but also to keep himself out of prison, is one of the biggest dangers. But also, Trump is in danger because the MAGAs are going to know this. I don't have the Fox card here. I don't have, but it's going to cause problems. It will at least cut him off from his popularity and attraction, and get people talking, get the MAGAs talking. This is how it will affect. Now, when it comes to more legal ramifications, let me go ahead and use a different Lenny deck, because I want to see if it will have any effect with where are my other decks? Oh, here we go. Let's use this one. I want to see if SCOTUS. Okay, yeah, we're good. Will SCOTUS. I'll just do 2 rows of 5. And let's look at the Supreme Court of the United States in the future. From this day forward, with everything that continues to come out, will they change their favor? I know you guys have asked this question before. I have a pile over here of questions, but maybe I can see. That had to do with Musk. Yeah, here we go. Here's a really good question. Bonnie Brown. Will the Supreme Court step in and revoke their mandate that a sitting president cannot be charged? Okay, let's do that. How's it going to go for Trump with SCOTUS in the future? We'll see how this goes, and then if it looks like something will, then I'll ask for timing. But first of all, will they be changing their minds? Enough of them to, we know we've got 3 clean ones, sometimes 4. We need 5. Right there. Well, oh no, I'm doing 2 rows of 5, that's right. Actually, I could probably fit 7, and I'll just go across. I won't do my circle working out, but 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can barely, but I can do that. And 7's here. Oh! Well, there's some betrayal there. I think this would be probably Amy Coney Barrett joining with the other 3 like she has been doing every once in a while. But let's see. Here's the legal structure. Something new. The key change. Oh, so maybe 1 woman and 1 man. Okay, so how is it going to go for Trump? Or how are they going to respond to Trump? So there's definitely, you know what, I'm going to call this all the women that want to block Trump. Because they're intuitive enough to know that Trump is just transactional, that there needs to be change, there needs to be something that blocks out the foreign problems that Trump is connected with. The women come in with a higher ruling. And there's at least 1 important man when it comes to Trump who knows it's just so wrong. I cannot believe it would be Alito or Clarence Thomas, but maybe like Gorsuch or I don't know, maybe Chief Justice John Roberts. So, but anyway, the way it goes for Trump would be a betrayal of an appeal that comes in. And I didn't designate who the people cards are, so but I was thinking of SCOTUS, right? So the women definitely know things are complicated, and it's a major, like Trump is just a major enemy. And so I think that they would come through in a loyal, well, would this be loyal to Trump? No, I think it's loyal to the letter of the law. Loyal to the 3 branches of government. Yeah, and the men know that there's something majorly wrong, and because if they don't knock out this, because now Trump has declared himself king. If they don't knock that out, he can do anything he wants to them, and he knows, if they don't stand up. I can say the women are going to block him. The men know something's wrong. Let me reshuffle in a different. Let me ask from a different angle. Will SCOTUS will enough of the, or maybe this is just how I already asked it, will enough of them flip on, enough of the men flip on Trump? So now I'll set the intention that if the man card comes through, it's Trump. If the woman card comes through, maybe I'll just throw it out and draw the next one. Because I really feel like Amy Coney Barrett will, because she has been already voting against him many times. Okay, so, or not many, but several. How will the men on the bench, on the Supreme Court bench, vote when it comes to things that are brought before them, cases that are brought before them that have to do with Trump? How will they vote, for him or against him? They will block him. They will block him and see him as a dangerous enemy. They'll block him and cut him out. Legally, they would probably just cut out, and just go, no, we're not even going to, we'll just reject it, and they won't do anything with it. And they're going to do that for the longevity and the strength of their own their own branch of their government, or the own, because they're one of the branches. So, coffin. The way it's going to affect Trump, it's going to end his ties that he's used to grasp on to good fortune, and his ties to risky behavior. The way it's going to affect Trump is to, just put the darkness on and detach from their loyalty to him. Wow. Okay. All right. I did not expect to get these cards, and we'll see as time goes by. Of course, as each case gets brought up, I can read on them, individually, but this is just generally. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Have a good weekend. Bye.